Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to day 2 of the week. We're back at our suburban job. Plan for this morning. All this big pile of branches right here, I'm gonna process, send to the chipper. While I'm doing this morning, Josh and Zach are gonna take down a tree on that side of the house. Then I'm gonna make a little path for them for our lift to go through into the backyard, and that's where we're going to drop a few more trees. So luckily we don't have a whole lot to drop inside of the fence. We've got we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the good thing is that the only big one is right by the garage, so the rest of them are nice and small, so that is good. I am happy about that. It'll make it a lot easier. We have to have the lift back to the rental company by 1 o'clock today, so I'm gonna try to get all this stuff done this morning, clean everything up, make it look as perfect as possible, and then we're gonna mobilize to our next job site tonight as well. So should be a good day. Keep her tuned. Alrighty folks, well it is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We are pretty much done at this point. All we gotta do is a little bit of cleanup. That area right there, I got some more stuff to throw into the chipper. And I'm gonna do a little bit of raking, rake some of the thicker stuff out to where the feet can get at it. Clean this area up with the lighter tooth rake, put the rocks back, make it look real nice. And then we're gonna go down to the front of the house and we're gonna finish cleaning up there. All the trees that were down are done. The fence is put back together. Backyard is all cleaned up, so we're doing pretty good. It's 1 o'clock right now. Josh is gonna be coming back here in a little bit, get the skid steer, and then later we'll be mobilizing. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going at it and see how much else we can get done. Let's do it. We've gotten finished with everything pretty much. All I have to do at this point is rake this area right here, the point that we're driving up and down on. Clean that up, put the rocks back in place, and then I'll back the Mini all the way down to the base of the driveway. I'll come through here with the rake, we'll rake the driveway. That'll be pretty much it for up here. And then it's just a tiny bit of cleanup down there, which we've already pretty much done. So this is going really smooth. It's like 1:30 right now. And yeah, things are going fast. Let's keep going. We just loaded up the Mini, as you can see. Josh just got back with the gooseneck trailer and the 550. We're going to put the chipper on there. We're going to mobilize to the next job and see what we have going on over there. And yeah, should be good. Alrighty, folks. Well, we have just finished up the job. Everything is smoothed out. All of the track marks in the driveway have been blown away. Zach took the leaf blower and did that. It looks phenomenal. Rebuilt it back up. Just an overview of what we kind of did. This is the front of the house right here. We took 1, 2, 3, 4 trees in this vicinity. And those were the ones that you saw us cutting down yesterday. Mainly Josh and Zach, using that lift and the winch to pull things down. So everything was done super safely. Nothing touched the house. It looks great back here. Everything's super clean. We got as much out as we could. Obviously, we can't get out every little green, fresh piece of tree because that would just take way too long, but I think we did a pretty good job. Moving to the back of the house, this is where we were driving up. We rebuilt this with some rock, raked all this out. We took the FECON head and all those little bits and pieces right here. We just wanted to go over those one more time and just make them a little bit smaller. Here is all of our bunked logs. One of the homeowner's neighbors actually wants to have all this for firewood, so all of this and all of this we bunked up for him. This is the area that we came in and did some work with the fence. We had to pull this fence back, moved it back into place. There was a trench that this was built into, so I had to drive over it, and we just redug this trench to set the fence back in. She had some extra fence here, so we just took that, rolled it up, and put it right up against the fence, so that way it's just not out in the open. And of course, we have the backyard. This is another area that Josh and Zach were working on this morning while I was processing a bunch of stuff over in this area. I believe they took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees out of this location. 2 of them were a bit larger. The rest of them were quite decently small and could handle them quite well. So everything looks good in here. Zach also went on the roof, since it's easy access, and took with the leaf blower and blew all of the pine needles and all the junk and everything from cutting and just from what was up there before we got here off of the roof, cleaned it up nicely, made it look real pretty. I think she's gonna be really happy with this backyard. I think we did a really nice job. The wood is stacked in a nice place. I think she's gonna be happy with it. All right, moving on to the front of the house where Zach is just finishing up right now. It's looking good. There's a couple of smaller dead aspen in this area that we took out, cleaned up, as well as some garbage. And then there was a bunch of really small aspen right here that Zach cut on the first day. Probably the trickiest part of the job was probably back up in there. We had one standing tree that we had to get rid of in that corner. It was dropped safely by Zach and Josh, as well as an aspen that was sitting right here, almost basically leaning on the deck. You can see an indent right there where it's not blue. The tree was literally touching. So got rid of that. Like I said, Zach leaf blowed all of this, so it looks really nice. Everything's scattered about. Everything's mixed in nicely. And there you have it, folks. That was our little 2-day job. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you like this type of content, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. It means a whole lot to us. It means a whole lot to Zach, who's standing down there at the end of the driveway, looking beautiful as he always is. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take her easy.